Pittsburgh is exploding with AI opportunities, but where are the industry's brightest minds actually laying down roots? It's not always where you'd expect. Software engineers, robotics researchers, data scientists, they're moving here from San Francisco, Seattle, Boston, and they're buying homes in neighborhoods that most of the country hasn't even heard of yet. I've negotiated dozens of deals in these competitive neighborhoods, so I know the patterns that matter. So today, I'll give you the hidden gems in the prime locations that offer the ideal blend of innovation, convenience, and the quality of life for those shaping Pittsburgh's tech future. If you're a tech professional thinking about making the move, or you're already here and wondering where the smart money is landing, this video is your insider guide. Hi, I'm Diane McConaghy, and I help people navigate one of the biggest decisions of their lives: where to call home. Here in Pittsburgh, I've watched the city transform from the inside, and over the past few years, I've personally helped tech professionals from California, Seattle, and Boston find the right neighborhoods, the right home, and the right community here in Pittsburgh. In this video, I'm going to break down the 5 neighborhoods and the areas that are attracting the most tech talent right now, share real data on what home costs are in each one, and explain why Pittsburgh's tech economy is pulling people away from the coasts, and help you figure out which area actually fits the life that you want to build. If that sounds like the kind of information that you need, go ahead and hit the subscribe and tap that bell so that you don't miss future updates. Let's get into it. Before we talk neighborhoods, you have to understand why Pittsburgh is even on the radar for these professionals, because 5 or 10 years ago it wasn't. Not for most people, but something fundamentally shifted. I've been helping people relocate to Pittsburgh for years now, and I can tell you the conversations have changed. It used to be, is there anything to do there? Now, which neighborhood should I be looking at? And there's real substance behind that shift. Pittsburgh has quietly become one of the most important AI and robotics hubs in the country. According to the Pittsburgh Technology Council, the region is now home to over 10,000 technology companies employing close to 284,000 people across southwestern Pennsylvania. Technology workers now make up roughly 23% of the regional workforce, and the investment numbers back that up. According to the Innovation Works and Ernst & Young 2025 Pittsburgh Venture Capital Investment Report, the region saw nearly $1 billion in an institutional venture capital in a single year, with total tech investment reaching close to $1.9 billion. That happened during a time when national venture capital funding declined by almost 30%. And here's the part that really matters if you're coming from the Bay Area. According to the Pittsburgh Technology Council, average STEM salaries in the region now top $100,000 a year. That might sound like a pay cut if you're earning $170,000 in San Francisco, but here's where the math flips. According to bestplaces.net, Pittsburgh's overall cost of living is roughly 62% cheaper than San Francisco. According to salary.com, Pittsburgh's cost of living is about 95% lower than San Francisco when you factor in housing. So that $100,000 here can feel like $200,000 or more in purchasing power compared to what you were spending on the West Coast. And the employers are here. Google has had presence in Pittsburgh since 2006, starting inside Carnegie Mellon University before expanding to over 500 employees at Bakery Square in East Liberty. Apple, Meta, Microsoft, and Uber all have engineering offices here. Aurora Innovation continues expanding its autonomous trucking operations on the north side. Duolingo, which is headquartered right here in Pittsburgh, famously put up a billboard on Highway 101 in San Francisco that said, "Own a home, work in tech, move to Pittsburgh." That billboard wasn't a joke. It was a recruiting strategy, and it worked. So the foundation is set. The jobs are real. The money is flowing. Now the question becomes, where exactly are these professionals putting down roots? From the people I've helped move, it's not just about affordability. They want neighborhoods that really fit their lifestyle. Let's start with what I call the Carnegie Mellon corridor, and that's the Squirrel Hill and Oakland area. This is ground zero for Pittsburgh's tech identity, and there's a reason why it keeps showing up on every best neighborhoods list for young professionals and families. Carnegie Mellon University's main campus sits right between Squirrel Hill, Shadyside, and Oakland, about 5 miles from downtown. Its School of Computer Science and Robotics Institute are consistently ranked among the best in the world. The Robotics Institute alone has about 200,000 square feet of research and lab lab space with facilities at the main campus in Lawrenceville at the National Robotics Engineering Center and down at Hazlewood Green. This is where the research happens that companies like Google, Uber, and Aurora came to Pittsburgh to access. So naturally, many tech professionals want to live close to this ecosystem. Squirrel Hill, especially Squirrel Hill North, is one of Pittsburgh's most diverse and walkable neighborhoods. You've got Shenley Park, which is over 450 acres. You've got Forbes Avenue lined with independent bookshops, ethnic restaurants, and cafes, and the schools are well regarded, and the neighborhood has a real community feel that the families love. According to recent market data, family homes in Squirrel Hill typically range from about $250,000 to $600,000, with higher-end properties also available. If you're coming from a market where a starter home cost about $1.2 million, those numbers are going to feel real surreal. Oakland, which borders the campus, has a bit more of a college town atmosphere. There's a lot of rental activity from students, but the Pittsburgh Innovation District is actively developing in this area, attracting companies and startups who want to be physically close to CMU and Pitt's research output. If you're really early in your career, want that urban energy, and don't mind being right in the mix, Oakland has options, but if you want a neighborhood that blends proximity to the tech core with family-friendly living and real community roots, Squirrel Hill is the one to watch. Now, speaking of neighborhoods that tech workers are transforming from the inside out, let's head over a few miles to the north. If Squirrel Hill is the established academic corridor, Lawrenceville is where the entrepreneurial energy lives. And if you've spent time in places like Mission District in San Francisco or Williamsburg in Brooklyn before they fully gentrified, Lawrenceville is going to feel familiar. For those who've hung out in San Francisco, Soma, or Seattle's Capitol Hill, the vibe will be instantly recognizable. This neighborhood has one of the most dramatic transformations in Pittsburgh over the past decade. It went from an industrial blue-collar area to one of the trendiest neighborhoods in the city, filled with craft breweries, art galleries, boutique restaurants, vintage shops, and co-working spaces. Butler Street, which runs through the heart of Lawrenceville, has become the main artery of Pittsburgh's creative and startup scene. But here's what a lot of people don't realize. This transformation wasn't just driven by artists and restaurateurs. It was driven by robotics. Carnegie Mellon's National Robotics Engineering Center, which is about 100,000 square feet of advanced robotics research space, is located right here in Lawrenceville. According to Carnegie Mellon's own records, the center was established in an abandoned foundry in the 1990s and became a catalyst for the neighborhood's revitalization. That's not a coincidence. Tech and culture grew up together here. Today, Lawrenceville is home to a wave of mobility and AI startups, many of them founded by former Argo AI engineers after that company dissolved. The neighborhood attracts young professionals and tech workers who want walkability, nightlife, culture, and a 10 to 15-minute commute to most of Pittsburgh's major tech employers. According to recent market data, homes in Lawrenceville range from about $300,000 to $500,000 for row houses and condos, depending on whether you're in Upper, Central, or Lower Lawrenceville. Median home prices sit around $226,000, according to Extra Space Storage 2026 neighborhood report. That is remarkable for a neighborhood with its kind of walkability, culture, and proximity to employers. Just south of Lawrenceville, the Strip District is also seeing major redevelopment. Projects like Tech Forge and Riverfront Landing are targeting young professionals and startups, and the area is positioned to become an even more integrated part of Pittsburgh's innovation corridor. If you're a single professional, a couple without kids, or someone who thrives on that urban creative energy, Lawrenceville and the Strip District deserve a serious look. And if you want a neighborhood where you can walk to dinner, bike to work, and bump into other tech folks at a coffee shop on Saturday morning, this is it. All right, let's take a quick pause here because I want to pull all of this together for you. So think about what we've covered so far. Pittsburgh has become a legitimate tech powerhouse with nearly $1.9 billion in venture investment, over $10,000 tech companies and major employers like Google, Apple, Aurora, and Duolingo all operating here. We've talked about Squirrel Hill, how that gives you the family-friendly access to Carnegie Mellon ecosystem, and how Lawrenceville has become the creative startup hub where tech professionals are snapping up row houses and condos at a fraction of a coastal price. But we're not done yet. Coming up, I'm going to show you the neighborhood that's becoming the center of Pittsburgh's office to residential transformation, the suburban areas that are quietly attracting tech families who want more space, and the former industrial district that might be the boldest real estate play in the entire city right now. But before we get there, if you're seriously thinking about relocating to Pittsburgh, my team and I have put together the ultimate relocation guide. It covers the neighborhoods, cost of living, top employers, the best hospitals, schools, all the real numbers that you need to make a smart decision. And it's 100% free. And if you're wondering how this has worked for others, check out my Google reviews. Many tech professionals have shared their experiences working with our team. Click the link in the description or the top pinned comment to grab a free copy of your relocation guide. It's going to save you hours of research. Now, let's talk about a neighborhood that's been flying under the radar for a lot of people, but not for long. If you want to understand where big tech has already planted its flag in Pittsburgh, look at East Liberty and Shadyside. These two neighborhoods sit side by side in Pittsburgh's East End, and together they form one of the most dynamic corridors in the city. East Liberty is where Google Pittsburgh has its major office. It's housed in Bakery Square, a redeveloped former Nabisco factory with over 500 employees. It's one of Google's largest engineering offices outside of California. Duolingo also has offices in this area. Alpha Lab, one of the region's leading startup accelerators, is based here too. The neighborhood has seen massive redevelopment, and according to recent rental data, East Liberty now has some of the highest average rents in the city, around $2,000 a month for apartments, reflecting that the demand that's been building as tech investments pour in. Right next door, Shadyside offers a different but complementary experience. This is one of Pittsburgh's most established upscale neighborhoods. Walnut Street and Ellsworth Avenue, they're lined with boutiques, restaurants, coffee shops. The housing stock includes beautiful Victorian homes, Georgian-style brick homes, and modern townhouses. It's walkable, safe, and well connected to public transit. According to recent market data, homes in Shadyside typically range from about $300,000 to $700,000, with luxury properties exceeding $1 million. The median sales price has been around $387,000 in recent assessments. For a tech professional earning $100,000 or more, Shadyside offers the kind of urban living that would cost 3 or 4 times as much in San Francisco or even comparable neighborhoods in Seattle or Boston. What makes this corridor particularly attractive for tech workers is the proximity. You're minutes from Carnegie Mellon, minutes from the University of Pittsburgh, walking distance or a short bus ride from Google's Bakery Square campus, and surrounded by the kind of restaurants, shops, and cultural venues that make neighborhoods feel really alive. This is the area where a lot of tech workers who relocate from the coasts end up landing first. It checks the boxes for walkability, urban energy, and convenience. And because Pittsburgh is still so much more affordable than what they left behind, even the higher-end homes here feel like a bargain. Now, not everyone wants to live in the city. Some tech professionals, especially those with growing families or those who are working remotely, they're looking for something a little different. And that takes us to the suburbs. If you're coming from Silicon Valley and you've been used to that suburban feel, maybe Los Gatos or Cupertino or Pleasanton, then Pittsburgh's northern suburbs are going to feel like a revelation, except instead of paying $1.5 million for a starter home, you're looking at prices that feel almost unbelievable. Cranberry Township, about 25 miles north of downtown, has been one of the fastest growing communities in western Pennsylvania for years. I've personally helped tech families settle in Cranberry and in Mars, where they love the balance of top schools and space. It's known for excellent schools, safe neighborhoods, access to shopping, and newer housing stock with modern construction and open floor plans. For tech workers who are fully remote or who commute to the North Shore or the airport corridor a few days a week, Cranberry offers a lifestyle that's really hard to beat. According to Redfin data, the median home price in the broader Pittsburgh metro still sits around $213,000 to $270,000, depending on the source and the time frame. But in suburbs like Cranberry Township, you'll find newer construction homes in the $350,000 to $550,000 range with significantly more square footage and more land than anything available at that price on the coasts. Mars, which is just north of Cranberry, is another community worth knowing about. It's smaller and quieter, and the school district is among the highest rated in the region. For tech families who want that true suburban lifestyle without giving up access to Pittsburgh's innovation, innovation economy, this corridor delivers. And here's a point that many people overlook. Pittsburgh International Airport is in the middle of a $1.7 billion modernization project with a brand new terminal designed by Gensler and HDR, which has already opened early in 2025. New nonstop flights to London, San Francisco, and Toronto have already been confirmed. For remote tech workers who still need to fly to San Francisco or New York or Seattle for quarterly meetings, that airport upgrade changes the entire equation. Communities near the Parkway West, including Moon, Findlay, and Coriopolis, are already seeing steady home value growth because of this development. If you want more space, top-tier schools, and a quieter pace without losing access to the career opportunities that brought you to Pittsburgh in the first place, the northern suburbs and the airport corridor are worth serious consideration. But now, let's talk about the area that might be the most exciting long-term play in this entire city. Remember at the start of this video when I told you that tech professionals are quietly buying into neighborhoods most of the country hasn't even heard of? Hazlewood Green is the perfect example of that. This is a 178-acre former steel mill site just a few miles from downtown that has been completely reimagined as one of the most ambitious innovation districts in the country. And it's not a concept on a whiteboard, it's real and it's happening right now. I've worked with clients who see Hazlewood as not just a home purchase but a long-term investment in Pittsburgh's future. Mill 19 is a state-of-the-art research facility at Hazlewood Green, and it's powered entirely by solar energy. It houses Carnegie Mellon University's Advanced Robotics for Manufacturing and Institute, or ARM Institute. This is where researchers are literally inventing the technologies that will define the next wave of American manufacturing and automation. Carnegie Mellon is also building a brand new $150,000 square foot robotics innovation center at the site, which will bring together fundamental and applied robotics research under one roof. The University of Pittsburgh is planning BioForge, a commercial bio research facility at the same location. Meanwhile, just across the river on the North Shore, the Esplanade project is transforming about 15 acres of former industrial land into a mixed-use destination with water parks, restaurants, shops, and modern housing. And further west, former mill sites in places like Aliquippa are being evaluated for AI data centers and clean tech campuses as part of the state's AI initiative. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, 25 brownfield sites across the region have already been certified clean, backed by more than $40 million in federal grants since 2022. The same ground that once powered America's steel industry is being rebuilt for the digital economy, and that's Pittsburgh's story in a single sentence. Here's why this matters if you're buying a home. The neighborhoods surrounding Hazlewood Green, including Hazlewood, Greenfield, and the South Side slopes, remain among the most affordable areas of the city. But as this innovation district matures and as companies and researchers and professionals keep moving in, those neighborhoods are positioned for meaningful appreciation. If you're the kind of buyer who wants to get ahead of the curve instead of chasing it, this is the area to pay attention to. And that brings us full circle because this is exactly the pattern we've been talking about throughout this entire video. Tech doesn't just create jobs, it transforms neighborhoods. It's happened in East Liberty with Google, it happened in Lawrenceville with the AI Robotics Center, and it's happening right now in Hazlewood Green. The tech professionals who move to Pittsburgh aren't just following the jobs, they're reshaping the city. So let's bring it all together. If you're a tech professional considering Pittsburgh, here's the landscape. Squirrel Hill and Oakland give you direct access to the Carnegie Mellon ecosystem, walkable neighborhoods, strong schools, and homes ranging from $250,000 to $600,000. It's ideal for families and anyone who wants to be close to the academic heart of Pittsburgh's innovation economy. Lawrenceville and the Strip District offer that creative, urban energy with startup culture, arts, nightlife, and homes from $200,000 to $500,000. It's the neighborhood for young professionals, entrepreneurs, and anyone who wants a walkable lifestyle with character. East Liberty and Shadyside are where big tech has already established its presence. Homes range from $300,000 to $700,000 and up. This corridor offers the closest thing to a coastal urban lifestyle at a fraction of the coastal prices. Cranberry Township and the northern suburbs provide newer construction, excellent schools, and a suburban lifestyle with homes in the $350,000 to $500,000 range, ideal for remote workers and families who want more space. And Hazlewood Green and its surrounding neighborhoods represent the frontier. Innovation district of the future is being built right now, and the neighborhoods around it are still some of the most affordable in the city. If you want to be early, this is where you look. Pittsburgh isn't trying to be the next Silicon Valley. It's becoming something different and honestly, something better for a lot of people. It's a city where you can work at the cutting edge of AI and robotics, own a home, build real financial stability, raise a family, and still have money left over to actually enjoy your life. That balance is what's pulling people away from coasts, and once you experienced it, you understand why so few of them ever go back. I've seen firsthand how my clients, from single professionals to growing families, find their perfect fit here. If you're a tech professional seriously considering a move to Pittsburgh, I'd love to help you figure out which neighborhood and home make the most sense for you and your situation. Every relocation is different, and having someone local who understands both the market and the tech landscape really makes a difference. Reach out to me directly. My contact information is right below this video. And if you haven't already, make sure that you grab my free Pittsburgh relocation guide. It breaks down the neighborhoods, cost of living, top employers, and all the things that most newcomers wish that they had known before they packed that first box. The link is in the description below. Then be sure to watch this video right here, Moving from California to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in 2026. Is it worth it? I break down the finances, the lifestyle trade-offs, and whether making that cross-country move actually adds up. It's one of the most honest looks at this decision that you'll find anywhere. I'll see you there.